Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Chancellor Mackenzie, how does your background in facilities construction and budgeting help you in your role today as interim chancellor?
A little bit. A lot.
At least he's honest.
No, I mean, most of what I do has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Frankly, it's actually my psychology degree helps me more than anything. But but there are a number of important construction projects that are going on the campus, which I'll be involved in. I'm still the executive director of the UMass Building Authority, and the garage that's being built, we're finishing that up. You know, I basically just hire people to do things. I don't necessarily hammer things myself.
Right.
But one of the biggest things that will be happening on campus in the next 5 years is the development and construction of the Nano Biomanufacturing Center. And I'm very much involved in that. There's a lot of controversial things related to that, but in the end, it's going to, if it works out well, and I believe it will become a very important both research center for the university, but also hopefully as a help to be an economic engine for the whole valley and for the Commonwealth. The next generation of sort of high-tech manufacturing jobs probably are going to be in the nano manufacturing area if we can do it, if we can pull it off. A lot of other states are doing it too.
Not in TV?
No, but you know, right after TV be right after that. But no, so it could be, it's key, I think, to the future of both the university and the whole Merrimack Valley. So I'll be working to help get that off to a good start.
Terrific. I just want to say we're going to take a short break, and from President Kennedy to the Beatles, we'll be right back. What's cooking in Mill City?
What's cooking in Mill City?
Thank you. Welcome back. And we are here with the Interim Chancellor, David Mackenzie, and Provost John Wooding, and our student interviewers, Connor Baldwin and Michelle Bradley. I would like to kick off this particular section with a question for the Chancellor. Actually, could you discuss the new era of growth and the impact that it will have on students at the university and in the local region?
Well, I think the new era actually started under Chancellor Hogan. You know, there was a downtime when there were a lot of budget cuts and everything, but we've sort of come out of that, and there's a whole, we've hired like 90 new faculty in the last 3 years, so there's a whole new sense of energy, I think, on the campus from the new faculty. And in addition to that, the new faculty they're very, I think, research-oriented, a lot of them. So what will happen from all this is that UMass Lowell, which already has a reputation for a fine research university, the reputation is going to grow, particularly as this younger faculty gets into the swing of things and starts really developing themselves. In addition to that, I already mentioned the Nano Bio Center, and I've been in a number of meetings with some of the chief policymakers in the Commonwealth, and UMass Lowell is definitely on their radar screen, that we're a very important part of the future of this Commonwealth. So given that, for students coming here, I mean, they'll be coming to a university that really is going to move to the forefront of the UMass campuses. Obviously, you know, Amherst will always be the flagship, but I think we've never really gotten the recognition we deserve, but I think we're starting to come to the point that we will. And so therefore, the degrees that students get out here will be even worth more to them, because people will be giving greater recognition to the UMass Lowell degree in the future.
Connor?
I was hoping you could talk a little bit about the criteria for your strategic hiring program and how you're working to broaden the academic offerings at UMass.
So,
I'll
take it. It's better to do new. The strategic hiring process, well, as the Chancellor said, in the last couple of years, we've probably hired more than 110 new faculty.
You hired 20 you didn't tell me about.
Yeah, I'm keeping those secret. When you say, exactly know what you mean by strategic hiring, but what one does when one is hiring faculty, obviously you're building the intellectual capital of the university, because the most important thing, especially for students as well as for our research, is the faculty. The faculty are the key to any university. And so we have tried to hire faculty not only into those disciplines which are most at the forefront of what we've been talking about, bioinformatics, nanotechnology, engineering in general, but also faculty in the social sciences and the humanities and fine arts, where the campus has a very great strength. And I think the important thing about how when you hire faculty and how you think about programs and teaching and undergraduate curriculum is to really focus on how we take the core of what the university does and what it's known for, engineering and science in particular, but to recognize that that can only be effective if it's wrapped into a context of understanding the social, political, indeed philosophical context in which that operates. Because for too long now, I think we've thought of economic development simply being the creation of widgets. And we've never asked the question, A, do we need those widgets? B, if we make them, do we make them in environmentally responsible ways? And C, in what ways do those widgets create an economy that is not only sustainable but worth living in? And I think that's a really important part of what we're trying to do, to enhance not only economic development, but the community that we have, the citizenship we have, and to create a model of human understanding that recognizes the human aesthetic.
Excellent.
Michelle?
Okay, my question is actually for the Chancellor. What are your future plans as far as maintaining and improving campus safety?
It's a good question, very topical, unfortunately, from what's happened. I think we done a lot already in that area. There's, we have, I think, a good public safety office. Last year on the university level, there was concern about what was happening public safety across all the campuses, and there was a task force appointed, and there was some FBI involvement, and we've been very much involved in that. But we're looking for new additional ideas from people. I think a big concern we have right now, frankly, is the condition of the University Ave bridge and whether we can get the city to make that a safer bridge for people. I think it's. I've walked across it a number of times, and I tell you, it's. It's not. I feel kind of uneasy at times. Not to mention driving over it. But
Right.
and so I think that's obviously something that's got to be a first priority for us at the moment. So.
I think, can I add something to that? I think
Absolutely.
the dilemma on the safety, it's very tragic. We lost a student, as you know, to an incident on the bridge. But, the university, there's probably as much, if you take the students and the faculty and the staff, there's, something like close to 10,000 people up there at any one point in time. So things will happen in that larger group of people, of course. But the university is also a microcosm of the broader society. So violence and accidents and mishaps occur at the same time. And they are things that we need to solve in the broader society as well as on the campus. And we expect our students to be responsible. We also are very responsible, or should be responsible, for making sure at all levels, whether it's a drug or alcohol abuse, whether it's accidents, whether it's dangerous roadways, all of those things are paid attention to. And the key to that is probably, I think the key to most things is education and understanding. And we've done a lot, we haven't done enough, and we need to do more. We do have a committee that we started last year after an incident involving a faculty member and violence against a faculty member, and that committee has been working on ways to think how we can improve the quality of that on the campus.
Excellent. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that education as far as the faculty and the staff is needed, as well as the students. I think they need to be reminded that not only do they have the privilege to be a student here, but it's also a responsibility as well. So,
is it okay for me to ask you a question? I mean,
sure.
as a student, do you, first, one, feel safe on campus, and two, do you feel that we've done a good enough job in sort of educating you and providing you with information as to what it takes to be safe?
I think overall, I would certainly say I feel safe on my campus. I mean, I'm constantly on campus, as you have heard. I'm the editor-in-chief, so there'll be late nights I'm here. I do not worry about that, and I constantly see campus police and escort services being available for students. I just think, unfortunately, with the events that have been coming up, I think it's great how the university has been taking hold, not just through safety, but through the counseling center as well, how everyone's really connected to make sure that the community, as well as its students and the parents and everything, are aware that it is a safe, great university to be at. So.
Okay, good.
Growing up in the city of Lowell, knowing that there are parts of the town that are not as safe as others, I think that the area where the university is one of the safest